Welcome back. You're listening to the Johnny and Steveo podcast.
On doitreviewit.co.nz, available on all platforms, including the Starship Enterprise. You can find us on Stitcher, YouTube, what else, Johnny?
iTunes, and our website.
Pretty much. So even if you're a member of the Zootons, you'll be able to find us.
Rock on.
Where are we reviewing today, Johnny?
We are at the Sugar Cafe on
Lower Stuart Street, with sugar. With sugar.
Damn.
We are with sugar and we're ready to go.
Hit that intro.
With sugar.
Cafe on
Lower Stuart Street.
episode 13.
Johnny, tell us about the location, boy.
Well, location, we are at the Lower Stuart Street, which is just down from the Octagon. Very, very close. There's no need for parking if you work in the city centre, because it is just a 2.5 minute stroll down the road.
Exactly, so we've spoken before about the Johnny and Steveo rolling service for big fat fuckers who can't be asked getting out of their seat. We'll roll you down here.
We do a discount as well for if you've got a pal. 2 for 1.
2 for 1, and we roll you directly down Stuart Street. And then Johnny is like the directional guy at the end. He'll just roll you in the front door. If you're too big for the front door, though, you won't get in.
But that's okay, because they have seating outside.
And don't forget, Johnny, it's also close to what? The free parking at Dunedin, which is...
That is the countdown car parking. 90 minutes free parking.
So Captain Kirk, if you're on the Starship Enterprise, you need somewhere to park. You've got 90 minutes. 90 minutes down there in Countdown, and your spaceship won't get clamped.
Sundays you have free parking as well, so that's all good.
All right, at Steveo's Do It Review It, nappies have become available.
That's not our topic. The next topic.
Fuck. Whoops.
Aesthetics.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There you go. So we'll be back soon.
With sugar.
Cafe on
Lower Stuart Street.
episode 13.
doitreviewit.co.nz. Aesthetics with Johnny.
Aesthetics with...
That's right.
Steve, before we get into aesthetics, just quickly, who's sponsoring the show today?
Well, as I said in location mistakenly because I'm a fuckhead, we now have the Johnny and Steveo adult nappy. So if you have incontinence or you just like getting into a nappy and getting into a cot and having a woman feed you out of a bottle, you can find one on our website now. Aesthetics, Johnny.
Aesthetics. Well, this is a good one. They've stuck with the theme green and white.
Oh yeah.
The logo
lovely.
inside is black and white. Everything is black and white. Nice black.
And what does it look like? We decided before.
It looks like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
But with no Charlie and no Chocolate Factory.
Lots
and no
of
Oompa Loompas.
Lots of
Johnny.
chalk. Lots of chalk boards.
Yep.
Menus, and they actually have a host of their own products they've got on sale. We have chutneys. What else do we have, Steveo?
There are sandwiches, all sorts.
They've even got their own teacups.
Got their own muesli. Also aesthetically big glass frontage, which we love here because we can look out the window and make people feel self-conscious because we're in a safe position.
All you need to do is to start laughing, looking at them crossing the road, and then that's it.
Like, just pretend they've pissed themselves or something and they will believe it.
And
so
just look at their zip, we'll do the zipper sign, you know. And
if you're that type of person that likes to fuck with people, well, this is your cafe. Alright, that'll sign us up for aesthetics then, Johnny. You happy with that?
That's us.
Boom.
You've been listening to the Johnny and Steveo podcast, and we are reviewing
With Sugar Cafe, Lower Stuart Street.
in Dunedin, episode 13.
doitreviewit.co.nz. Quality.
Steveo, you knocked the head on this one.
Now, well, what can I say about the quality? First and foremost, I got my usual cup of tea, and it had tea leaves in it, which it just turns me into jelly. It's so fucking awesome. You prise the top off your tea and you're like, fuck yeah, this is like I'm in old England, and it tastes really good. Yep, I'm completely happy with the tea. And Johnny,
My coffee has a bitter side to it. Quite nice actually. A bit of a change from what I usually go for, but it's nice and smooth at the first. Then it gets a little bit bitter, makes it more enjoyable, I think. It's going down very, very nicely. The chocolate tart
Tell us more about that.
Chocolate tart.
Johnny
That was
creaming himself
amazing. That
over it.
was it's like a chocolate mousse or a ganache in there, and that was just mean. The pastry was crisp almost, with a little bit of crumbiness there. It wasn't overdone at all. It was done perfect. It was nice and light. It wasn't overly sweet. It was the bomb.
I had some of that too,
It
and I
had some
thought,
of the white chocolate. It was a white salted.
listen to him. Listen to
white
him. Are you guys
crystallized
getting it
salted
that he
chocolate
loves
on
this?
top.
Are you getting it that he loves this?
Jeez.
Best chocolate thing ever, right, Johnny?
Dan straight. I think that's about it for this topic.
Fucking A.
You've been listening to the Johnny and Steveo podcast, and we are reviewing
With Sugar Cafe, Lower Stuart Street.
in Dunedin, episode 13. www.
Do it, review it. .co
NZ.
NZ. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Service, Johnny.
Ooh.
Whoa, we just made someone feel self-conscious because she was really hot and she needed to know it. Tell us about the service.
The service. Well, service. There was one lady at the till. It's quite a busy place. They got through. The people got through the line pretty quickly. There with a smile. Service was quick, efficient, and that's pretty much it about the service.
Waitress watch from Steveo, the person who has nothing else going on in his life, so he searches for an attractive woman. Waitress, yes, very attractive, but perhaps lacking a little bit the flirtatious element that I look to
Very
boost my self-confidence for the rest of the day. But my self-confidence and ego aside, the service was very good, on the money. I went up and got some more milk. It was given to me. I was asked if I wanted blue or green. Clearly I wouldn't want green because I'm not human, I'm an amoeba, but she wasn't to know that, so it was good of her to ask, and otherwise I'm happy. So,
The mask gave it away. You shouldn't have worn that.
and what about the price, Johnny?
Price-wise, well, the tart was $4.50. That seems to be the general flow for most of the
Pretty good, pretty
cafes
good.
around here. Most slices, cakes, $4.50. Muffins, $4.50.
You can cut yourself off a slice for $4 in Dunedin.
Boom. Coffee, $3.50.
Tea, $4.
Yeah, can't go wrong. I mean, there's nothing that really goes above those prices just yet. We haven't come across something
No.
that's really bad.
We haven't found the suitable cafe for Donald Trump yet.
We'll be back with Would You Come Back?
Would you come back?
You've been listening to the Johnny and Steveo podcast, and we are reviewing
With Sugar Cafe, Lower Stuart Street.
in Dunedin, episode 13. www.
Do it, review it. .co NZ.
Steveo,
What are you going to ask me, Johnny?
would you come back? Would you come back to
With Sugar Cafe, Lower Stuart Street.
in Dunedin?
I'm on the fence here, Johnny. It's a hard one because for me, what I'm looking for in a cafe, the vibe, the uniqueness, it's not quite so much here for me. I wouldn't say as much as I want to come back to Excelsior or the Perk. It is a nice cafe though. I would come back here. What about you?
I think I wouldn't really come back. I would come back with my girlfriend, but
Maybe
I
on a
wouldn't
lazy
wouldn't-
Sunday
Yeah, I
afternoon.
wouldn't come here with my pals. The music's not really there. Steve-O said he could hear it. All I can hear is just bass.
Yeah, just bass.
I can't hear any
all about the
lyrical magic coming from these speakers. Not like Strictly Coffee Company. Boom, you guys got pretty much got a 5.
The only time I like bass is when Nicki Minaj is bouncing to it and she ain't here. So,
Steve-O, what would you rate?
with Sugar Cafe, Lower Stuart Street. All right,
Lower
we're going to do it
Stuart
together
Street.
on
Lower
3,
Stuart Street.
2, 1,
4.
3. Johnny gives it a 4. Steve-O gives it a
So
3.
we go for a medium, which would be 3.5.
3.5. Right, should we sign off there, Johnny? Big up to Knit World, your knitting specialists. Whatever you want to do, Knit World, your knitting specialists, they've got everything you ever need. So get there and you can make yourself a jumper like the ones Harry Potter used to get for Christmas.
You've been listening to the Johnny and Steveo podcast, and we are reviewing
With Sugar Cafe, Lower Stuart Street.
in Dunedin. This is episode 13.
3, 2, 1, bang. I'd like to say a big thanks to our sponsors, Gay Yellow Car, keeping us running. We wouldn't be here without
Weekly sponsors. So thank you all. You have been listening
Gay
to
Yellow Car provides our cocaine, keeps us going.
And Knitworld keeps Steveo out of the gun clinic.
Breaking news, breaking news. Johnny has been brought without any questions at all some more hot water for his long black. The first time this has ever happened in the history of Do It Review and therefore the world.
Just very observant waitresses
Fucking hell.
saw my half-empty cup.
Waitress watch goes up, and still not going to give it another star, but waitress watch goes up, and she probably goes to the top of the waitress list.